As we edge closer to the final of the 2019-2020 Europa League, preparations are underway for next season's Europa League. And I've got the first round of predictions coming at you next. That's right, folks, back once again with another prediction show. Today we're taking a look at the preliminary round for the 2020, that's right, 2021 Europa League. That's right, we're just getting set for the semi-finals of this year's Europa League. But of course, the new one's already underway, boys, or it will be very, very soon. We'll get to that in just a second. If you're new to the channel, bang the old subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, Europa League related, World Football related. We got it all here, boys, under one Ruski. Of course, check out the old description. Links to my other social media platforms are in there. Twitter, Facebook, and of course Patreon, just like these guys, the VIP Dirty Dozen. Respect to you all once again for supporting the channel. You're always going to be in my heart, boys and girls, for supporting the channel. It does make this video business, or sidebar, whatever you want to call it, much easier when there's people that actually believe in you. So I do appreciate the love. William Shepherd, Dylan Goddard, LG and Cow, Bianca Muller, Cody Cahoe, Jacob Johansson, Tom Barrister, Tom Clark, John Spurn, Russell Foster and Aztec Marky B Mark. Thank you all very, very much for supporting the channel. I do appreciate it. And if anyone else wants to join that lovely little bunch of people, there is a link down below, patreon.com/Roverc. So let's get into it, of course. Talking about that Europa League, pals. I see you by the way, pal. Let's jump into the deep end and take a little look. These are the games that we're talking about right here, right now. This is the preliminaries. The winners will go through to the first qualifying round and join the likes of a whole bunch of them. I'm not looking forward to this one. Holy smokes. There is a whole bunch of teams in there. Some I've never even heard of. There's even some I've never heard of today. We're talking about the New Saints. We're talking about Bodo Glimt out of Norway. We're talking about Honka. We're talking about Ballatown out of Wales. Derry City out of Ireland. Differdunge are in there. They're all in there. Aberdeen, Motherwell. Goodness gracious me. I'm scared. I'm scared for the next one. But anyway, we're talking about the games that are going to take place on the 18th and the 20th of August. That's right. Talking about these ones right behind my head. We're going to start with, again, I don't know anything about these teams. I'm not going to lie to you and say I know who the top scorer is for Tre Penne, who the best player is for Lincoln Red Imps. I haven't got a clue. I'm not going to lie to you. But we're going to have a go. We're going to have a crack at the whip, of course. Tre Penne, we do remember them, though, from the European Champions League preliminaries. They did get knocked out, and they got this is their sneaky back door. They're going to be taking on another Kosovonian side, Gjilani. Tre Penne, of course, finished as Champions of San Marino. Again, butcher, baker, candlestick maker. That's all it is on this one. A bunch of amateurs. They're going to be trying to pluck something. They're going to try and pluck. I don't even know what they're going to try and pluck some luck up against Gjilani, of course. Finished in second out in the Super League and in Kosovo. Again, this is a one-sided affair. I can't really see anything out of this. So I'm going to go with a Gjilani victory, 2-0 win over Tre Penne to get themselves through to that illustrious first qualifying round where they're one step closer to the big boys. Next up, we have the Lincoln Red Imps coming out of Gibraltar, taking on Prishtina coming out of Kosovo as well. Lincoln Red Imps finished third out in Gibraltar. They're currently managed by William. Not the singer, not the Black Eyed Pea fella, but William. His name is William Armel Andreande. He's actually a Brazilian fella. Played a lot of games out in Brazil. Managed some other teams. I don't even know where these teams are. But he's Brazilian, folks. He's Brazilian, managing in flipping Gibraltar. It's got my vote already. Taking on Prishtina, though. Decent little unit coming out of Kosovo as well. Finished fourth last time around. These are a rising superpower out of the Eastern Bloc. They're going to be up there. They're going to be like the Ukrainians. They're going to be like the Russians. They're going to be a team you just don't want to face, the Croatians and all that kind of stuff. And I expect Prishtina to really oust the amateurs of the Lincoln Imps, despite the fact that they've got a Brazilian manager. It doesn't mean shite these days. Prishtina will join Gjilani into the next round. Who will join them, though? Between Santa Coloma coming out of Andorra and Iskra Danilovgrad coming out of Montenegro. So FC Santa Coloma, again, be sure to get your own predictions in nice and early for these ones. Again, this one takes place on the 20th of August. Let's take a look at the host, Santa Coloma. Again, all one-legged affairs. These bad boys, one and done. Into the next round we go. So Santa Coloma coming out of Andorra. They did finish top of the pops out in the Primero Divisio, currently managed by Mark Rodriguez. Their best ever performance and European qualifying is made to the second qualifying round. So yeah, this one's a bit of a hit for them. Of course, they were the preliminaries last season. They got knocked out in the final, looks like. And this time around, this is where they've ended up. Santa Coloma taking on Iskra Danilovgrad, coming out of Montenegro, and they did finish third. 2,500 seat capacity, usually managed by Alexander Alexander Nedrovic. What can we say? I expect Iskra Danilovgrad to come out on top on these bad boys. Of course, 2-0 win, piece of piss. Stop wasting our time, they're saying. Stop giving us the butchers, the bakers, the candlestick makers. Now the butchers, baker, candlestick maker, Engordany, coming out of Andorra as well, taking on Zeta. Similar sort of match, this one. Engordany are the out of Andorra, Zeta coming out of Montenegro. So these bad boys finished 4th in the Primera Division, managed by Felipe Busto. Usually play in front of a ground called the Andorran Football Federation. I don't even know where they play. I really don't. I'm trying to fake it like I make it. I have no idea who these bad boys are. Previous European records for these guys, not really getting that far. They get to the first qualifying round. You occasionally, if they get a lucky dip, but unfortunately they didn't get a lucky dip this time around. Up against Zeta, who are currently managed by Dragorav Doricic. They did finish 3rd in the Montenegrin League with a 4,000 seat capacity. Of course, these bad boys should walk past these quite comfortably. I'm going to go with them as well with a 2-1 win. Giving Engordany a bit of credit there with a goal, but it could be 4, it could be 6. I just don't know. I think it's going to be very one-sided on this one. Next to the a bit more tricky though, Glentoran coming out of Northern Ireland taking on HB Tórshavn. Glentoran did finish out in the Northern Irish Premier Division in 5th. Currently managed by Mick McDermott. I said, see you about? No, I don't know. I can't do it. Their opposite number is Hanvat Boltavag, coming out of Faroes. They finished 4th as well, managed by Jens Bethno Asakaju. The name sounds familiar. If it does sound familiar, then you know your stuff. He used to play for Norwich and Millwall way back when. And then he's also been around the block in the old Scandinavian leagues. He's only 37 years of age. He's younger than me, boys and girls. He's younger than me, but he's managing these bad boys. Taking on Glentoran, I do fancy the Northern Irish on this one. 2-0 win to get themselves through to the next stages again, probably where their journey will end, but we'll see. Next up we have St. Joseph coming out of Gibraltar, taking on B36 Tórshavn. Tórshavn must be a bustling city out in the old Faroes. They've got 2 teams at least here. This one, the B36 Tórshavn are actually managed by Jakob Borg. They finished 2nd in the old division out in the Faroes. Yeah, I don't find, but this one's actually quite a difficult one. Taking on St. Joseph's FC, currently managed by Raul Prazian. They finished 2nd in the old division out in Gibraltar. Don't know much about them. They're managed by a Spanish fella who's also managed Cadiz out in Spain. He's also managed the Lincoln Red Imps as well. Extremadura out of Spain as well. So he knows his stuff. He's 52 years of age. He knows he's been around the block a little bit, and he should have enough in the tank. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what I've done on this one. I think I might have gone with, yeah, I went with St. Joseph's. 1-0 win to nick it in the end. Next up, Coleraine coming out check from Northern Ireland as well, taking on Florienta, the butchers, the bakers, the candlestick makers. Take a look at these ones. Florienta are San Marino. They finished 2nd in the old division there. Of course, been around since 1967. Their colours look a little bit like Scotland. They're actually managed by Yuri Tamburini, and he is an player from Vincenzo way back when. He's an Italian 43-year-old, used to play at left back, just in case you don't know your stuff, boys, just like me. Meanwhile, Coleraine are actually managed by Oren Kearney. They finished 2nd out in the Northern Irish League. Their manager's 42 years of age, been around the block. Used to actually manage St. Mirren for a little bit. This is his 2nd stint as manager of Coloma. I do expect him to come out on top here quite comfortably. 2-0 win over La Fiorita coming out of San Marino. And finally, we have NSI Runavík. They're going to be taking on Barrytown United coming out of Wales. Runavík are Faroes, so you expect that standard of football to be pretty poop. Barrytown United are actually managed by Gary Chesterfield. They finished 4th in the Kimbrough Premier. And of course, they've got that amazing crest. If you've not seen it, check it out. Their opposition, NSI Runavík, coming out 3rd out of the old Faroes League. Again, bunch of amateurs. They're fishermen. They're all fishermen. Fishermen by trade, footballer by night. They're going to get walked over by Barrytown United. 3-1 win in the end, boys and girls. 3-1 win. That's right. Now, this is just, of course, the preliminary round. We'll be back, of course, for the first qualifying round. Be sure to get your own predictions in down below. What do you think will happen on this crazy madness, what we call the Europa League prelims? Of course, the next stage, we'll do see some juggernauts enter it. The Maribors, the Dynamo Minsks, the Shamrock Rovers are in there. They're all waiting for the winners of these bad boys. It's going to get very, very messy. But I'm looking forward to it, of course. Looking forward to all of them. Of course, later on in the old tournament, when we get to group stages, we'll do have a prediction league for this bad boy, so make sure you take part in that. It's going to be absolutely chaos. I really don't know how I'm going to get through with it. Because I think, how many games are there per match day in the old Europa League? Oh my god, I'm struggling with the Scots. I'm struggling with the Scottish League. Anyway, that's it, boys and girls. Hopefully you liked this video. If you did, give this video some love. And if you are new, be sure to give the video a subscribe. Bang the old subscribe. Bang the little bell so you don't miss a beat as well. Also, check out the description. Links to my other social media platforms are in there. I'm on Twitter, very vocal on there. Facebook is going to crank it up a notch. And of course, I've got my old website in there as well, where you can just hang out. And also, if you want to go that extra pinch and become a patron, there is a link down below. It supports the channel. It makes me get better equipment. I could do with some better equipment. Yeah, if you want to check that out, patreon.com/Roverseas. Join the Dirty Dozen and make it a Baker's Dozen. 13, that's right. We're looking for 13, boys and girls. Until then, though, give the video some love. I'll see you all on the other side. And also, meanwhile, keep an eye out for the final prediction for the Europa League for the current season. That's coming very, very soon. Until then, though, I'll see you all later. Thanks again for watching. Please like, share, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, Championship related, football related. We've got it all covered right under one roof. And while I still have you, please be sure to check out some of the old videos scattered along here. I hope.